they took the back. Right. So let's get ready down the field playing for each team's lineup that's chosen. Taking a while to line up today.
We're now 5-5 Green Arrow versus Demon now. This should be a tough matchup. Both of these guys are future Hall of Famers. Both of them are. Man, oh man. These two are going at it severely. They don't like each other. Look at this. Neither of them is going down. Neither of them will go down. Oh man, the score's still 5-5. Green Arrow and Demon pounding the edge on Green Arrow gets the foot.
Undefeated in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening of the 2010 CDL season. And then there were two, the Chicago Wind Attack and the Tampa Bay Gators. The stage has been set. The trophy is nearby to be earned. Crash Bowl 20, quite literally and figuratively at the same time, but literally in Buffalo, New York, ready to go for this one. I'm James Hulse Sr, owner and creator of the Car Demolition League. Great to go through the whole season with yous. And here we go, folks. Time to smash them off one last time. And of course, well, except for the All-Star game, but needless to say, one last time between actual teams. Jim Hulse Sr., owner of the Chicago Wind Attack, is in the building for the game. Brandon lives on the other coast, so he will not be here, but his team is here. So that being said, if celebrations do occur for him on his part, I would have to partake in them. I have his permission to partake in them. So, but needless to say, Gators and Wind Attack, Crash Bowl 20. Let's get a little preview. And maybe you've seen this thing before because it's been uploaded before, but a little preview of how they got here.
The Gators getting the win over the Los Angeles Blades Wednesday, as you see them both making great moves, but this
How quick is this? Quicker than a pancake at a Waffle House. It's to no avail because right after that, 47 Ronan is an animal. He's
almost goes down there, good survival technique, and this time has the football.
28 off screen and then
strong hit by and this time R finishes the deal right there and a little bit more. So close to 47 Ronan on his team, same highlight, and highlight had the foot there and there ratified. Sub-Zero going at and Sub-Zero is down, finishing series over. Needless to say, he had a successful first round and successful here today. The wind attack hitting the win in overtime, and they take a 1-0 series lead. And this maker here, May, could he do it? This time, not going to happen. It's looking to keep him alive in the game 1 foot away, and it is indeed a foot away. 48 hours is a feast in this series right now. So here we go. T. Drake from the Gladiators, T. Dragon from Chicago's Gladiators. First division of the Western Conference.
I find it on my own.
Out there looking to keep the Gladiators alive in this game. Not gonna happen. Donut serve for dinner. All-star team. And you just gotta think, my goodness, of Philadelphia. It's in overtime, almost hit. Pretty good defensively, but not good enough there. And the Gators in a huge comeback in game 1. Both of them, but in the end, right there, it is done and dusted. It's alive. 47 Ronan for the win, and 47 Ronan has just sent the Tampa Bay Gators to Crash Bowl 20.
I'm so alive, I'm so alive, I'm so alive.
welcome down to the field, CDL fans. The time has come for Crash Bowl 20. 20 years, 2 decades of Toy Car Demolition Derby coming to a close here today with the 2 best teams in the Car Demolition League. Here on the visitor side of the field, they have won 18 straight games coming into this match. The 2016 Eastern Conference champions, back-to-back might I add on the conference title part, the Tampa Bay Gators, owned by Brandon. And on the home side of the field, they had the best record of the regular season coming into the playoffs and making their first ever Crash Bowl appearance. The Chicago Wind Attack, 2016 Western Conference champions, owned by Jim Hulse Sr., who is here with us in the crowd today. A small crowd here, only myself, league owner, and him. Unfortunately, Brandon cannot be here with us because of living situation, of being on the other side of the country. But needless to say, literally and figuratively speaking, from Buffalo, New York, folks. 1 game left to be played. Tampa Bay and Chicago for the Crash Cup, which you just saw on the field there. Let's not let it wait any longer. Let's get a look at the lineups that both teams bring to the field for today's game.
Sooner
So here we go, folks. The front runners are on the field. Jim Hulse Sr. You put highlight one of your best players at 5-point gainer. Would you like to elaborate as to why, or just get it underway?
I'd have him at the 5-point gainer due to should I fall in any trouble and stuff, that he will be my pickup man to walk through the rest of my opponent. And but I foresee my other cars taking care of my opponent's cars and knocking them out and stuff, and not having to worry about using my 5-point gain.
And one thing that's already known is that Brandon was actually shocked at this move that Chicago pulled by putting highlight at the 5-point gainer spot. So maybe Brandon taken off guard, maybe the Gators will be as well, but ratified leads the way for the Gators, and for the wind attack it is Blue Dragon. So here we go, game on. Whoa, that is a no contact as he went sliding underneath the field. And that might be a problem to where it's been a while since we've seen a Crash Bowl logo have to get taken off of the field. But they go at it, we get a good collision and a good flip that time by Blue Dragon. 5-0 Chicago in the lead. And that will now bring out battle for the Tampa Bay Gators. Defensive car up against an offensive car. And here we go with the 5-0 game, and Battle able to stay up right there and takes the home side of the field. And that time part of the field comes apart right there. Huge rip in that center logo. And at this point, we will pull that from the field. Also an interference right there. So the blue that had just been put down for it too. We won't totally eliminate it from the field itself, but to prevent cars from running underneath it, it will just be removed and put at a lower spot on the field, perhaps. About right there, seems just about fine. Out of the way, but in view, both teams knowing what is on the line. 2 interferences off of it so far, so they go at it again. This time around, Battle is down 10-0 Chicago in the lead, 1 flip away from winning the Crash Bowl. Tampa Bay, well, they find themselves 1 flip away from being beaten in the Crash Bowl a second straight season. And out there try to keep them in the game is 47 Ronin, last year's MVP. So here we go, they go at it, and 47 Ronin has kept Tampa Bay alive in this game. The score 10-5. He did it against Philadelphia. Went 4-0, had the captain's day for the win. He has to try to do it in the Crash Bowl here, perhaps. Synchro now stands in his way for the Chicago side. Synchro is down, and it is 10-10. So now, 47 Ronin has tied the game up quickly, quicker than pancakes at a Waffle House. 2 flips just like that, and now R is out there from Chicago's captain spot. So here we go, R and R and 47 Ronin, both of them are good defensive cars. Highlight, of course, is hoping that he doesn't have to play today, sitting at that 5-point gainer spot, but because of the score, getting 10 points, Chicago knows that they'll have him just in case now. So the plan works out for Jim Hulse Sr. from that perspective, as these two teams continue to go at it. The battle raging on here, and almost a flip right there by R. And this is where we are seeing these teams at their best on the defensive side. And my goodness, R and 47 Ronin having themselves an epic one here at Crash Bowl 20. Neither car wanting to give in and neither willing to give in, it would appear. The soul of a toy car, it's been a myth. It's been a legend, perhaps. But it is showing up in reality here, as neither car has gone down. The battle continues between 47 Ronin and R. And you gotta think, questioning who could be the MVP of the playoffs at the very least. And of course, at the very end of the game, or no, I shouldn't say end of the game, but at the All-Star game will actually be the season MVP, as a matter of fact. Normally we do that before the Crash Bowl. But needless to say, the Crash Bowl game is happening, and it's going on at the moment. Both cars again staying up. R and 47 Ronin. A match for the ages. What a move by R. Acrobatics
put him on the Olympic team. My goodness. And what a move by 47 Ronan in response. At time, it's not going to be considered interference, part of the field right there. They'll be on their own sides, and my good, another good move by 47 Ronan, able to stay up right there somehow. And this time around, both cars able to evade a flip and stay up. And for the rest of the game, the logo moves below as to try to prevent it from interfering too much. But the show goes on. Still a 10-10 game. 47 Ronan and R. My goodness, put this in the highlight reel. 20 seasons comes to this, and 47 Ronan has a flip. And after being down 10-0, 47 Ronan has led the Tampa Bay Gators to a 15-10 lead in the regular season. The Gators beat Chicago in overtime. And right now, it's all up to highlight to try to force overtime right here. 15-10, Tampa Bay in the lead, looking for their 19th straight win. And it comes down to two identical models going at it. 47 Ronan and highlight. 47 Ronan painted their same model of car, but painted with the TB on top and with the white and the blue stripes on top. Chicago's highlight. Both cars looking to stay up. 47 Ronan trying to win the Crash Bowl, almost did so right there. Almost did so yet again. Highlight able to stay up yet again. Some good moves on Highlight's part. Unwilling to go down, this time forces overtime. Tied at 15, and we are going into OT here at Crash Bowl 20. 48 hours is out there for the Tampa Bay Gators. Highlight is out there for the Chicago Wind Attack. And we are now in OT. 48 hours in Highlight. Going head to head here in overtime at Crash Bowl 20. One of the Crash Bowls we have perhaps have ever seen. In OT here for the Crash Bowl trophy, and it will be the Chicago Wind Attack 2016 CDL World Champions. Highlight getting the game-winning flip, and the questionable call of putting Highlight at the 5-point gainer spot and not the captain spot where the best car usually goes. Hulse Sr. turns out to be a genius today, going for that fourth down from midfield with a tied football game is basically the equivalent, and it turns out to be a heroic move. The Chicago Wind Attack, for the first time in their franchise history, are Crash Bowl champions. One of the original 6 CDL teams finally has a moment of glory. So, Hulse, we pan the camera to you now as we get set for things here. And trying to get... What's that?
Red light.
The red light is on. That tells you it's on.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So as we get panned up here for a little celebration ceremony of sorts, your Chicago Wind Attack have found a way to do it. 2016 World Champions. And I think we got it good enough right there. You are the 2016 Car Demolition League World Champion. Hulse Sr. and his Chicago Wind Attack, folks.
I have just one thing to say, and one thing to say. And that is, finally, the cup has come home to Chicago! If you smell what the Wind Attack was cooking.
Hulse Sr., 2016 Car Demolition League Crash Bowl 20 World Champions. And,
Booyah!
So, winning a Crash Bowl, Jim, and you have selected milk. Explain your choice of drink for the cup.
Just like the Indy 500, a lot of drinks have passed through this cup, from beer to whiskey to wine to soda. But like the Indy 500, it was a cup of milk, a glass of milk, for the champions.
Can't wait to hear the jokes of you want cookies with that. But needless to say, he doesn't need any cookies. Victorious today, Jim Hulse Sr. and the Chicago Wind Attack.
Milk does the body good, just like it did the Chicago Wind Attack.
Apparently there's a sponsorship deal in there, but congratulations to you, Jim Hulse Sr., your Wind Attack World Champions. And that being said, folks, James Hulse here, owner and creator of the Car Demolition League, thanking you for watching yet another season here with us. And if you're a fan or you're a part of this league, thank you for being a part of it, and thanks for being with us. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
So that being said, everybody, thanks for watching, and until next time, till next season, actually till the All-Star game, which is going to be coming up very soon. Hope you'll join us for that one last final time. But until then, take care of yourselves, be yourselves, and peace. But the All-Star of the playoffs is something that I got an award of who was the star of the playoffs, kind of like the Conn Smythe Trophy. That award, folks, goes to Blue Dragon of the Chicago Wind Attack. Absolute beast throughout the playoffs, and the rest of the awards, folks, we'll have for you in the All-Star game, intro, if you will. So, see you next time for that. Until then, take care of yourselves, be yourselves, and peace. Congratulations, Jim Hulse Sr.
Thank you.
You're a champion, and
I'd just like to hand out congratulations to my opponent. You put up a good fight, but when you're up against the Wind Attack, it's very hard. You know the song, don't spit into the wind.
that's all Jim Hulse had to say. Some cockiness right there, a little motivation for Brandon next year to come back even stronger. Yep. And but needless to say, 2 straight Eastern Conference titles for Brandon, and congrats to the Tampa Bay Gators on yet another great season. But the Wind Attack taking the Crash Bowl this year. Like I said, folks, till next time, take care of yourselves, be yourselves, and peace. Well, CDL fans, the Crash Bowl is done and over with. Jim Hulse has already taken the trophy downstairs, but a little bit of etiquette was missed out on. Of course, we did congratulate Tampa Bay Gators and Brandon, his team, on a great season. But the proper thing to do is that proper bagging ceremony. So, folks, the 2016 Eastern Conference champions here, joined by the Wind Attack, but the 2016 Eastern Conference champions back-to-back, 2015 and 2016. Brandon's Tampa Bay Gators, a great season for them yet again. Yet again, though, not the season they quite wanted. So for the final time in 2016, is a proper bagging ceremony to be done here. That being said, could be 1 or 2 of these cars coming back out for the All-Star game, and that's about the only thing left to tell you folks. Who are going to be the 8 cars for each side going to the All-Star game, and I might actually increase it to 10. So much talent in this league. I might increase the number to 10 for each conference to actually go out there and compete. But find out when we get there. Kind of like, where are we going? Crazy. You want to come with? Anyway, so that's basically what it is. So, with that being said, going to probably just do it 8 this year for each conference. But these are going to be the 16 cars going to All-Star Week and fighting for their spots among the Final 4 for their respective conference All-Star team. And, of course, we'll also have on there the 4 cars that will represent the Development League All-Stars. Of course, they got a little exhibition game against the Chicago Wind Attack here. It's the Rising Stars game, where the Rising Stars of the Development League take on the newly crowned champions of the Pro League. So, should be some fun stuff on that All-Star weekend event. But needless to say, we're going to be giving you folks just the game itself. So, we'll show you the cars that will be competing for it, and you can check for all the updates on it at Car Demolition League on Facebook. So, for the last time officially here, take care of yourselves, folks. Be yourselves, and Peace. James Hulse here, owner and creator of the Car Demolition League. Till next time.
Feeling like a hero, but I can't fly.